Why did we do it? Has been in the family and in the area for so long, and that is why we've done it. Everybody knew it was Finnerty's mill, the mill lads. It was here, and we just didn't want it to go.
And was it an expense to you?
It was an expense, a major expense, because it was a monument and it is a protected structure. You have to go for further advice. You have to use traditional methods like the lime mortar and all of that. It's not a cheap process. You couldn't saw through that with a chainsaw or anything. It's that hard.
Really?
Yes. It is really, really hard.
What are you doing there?
I am letting down the stone nut to connect with the water wheel, which will turn the shelling stone. And that will in turn these bends. And it will turn the stone upstairs as well, the shelling stone.
So the grain is dropped in the centre of the stone,
It drops in the centre of the stone, and it's ground between the two stones. The bed stone stays stationary, the top stone is the runner stone. That is a Donegal quartzite. That stone over there is called a French burr stone. French burr stones were the stones that was used for wheat because they had less chance of letting off a little bit of grit. You didn't want grit in your flour when you eat it in the bread.
All of a sudden you know what they mean by having a millstone around your neck.
Yeah. So your nose to the grindstone is another expression, because you have to smell, with the stones turning, they heat up, it gets warm.
Okay.
So you have to know the smell of the flour. So that's how a good miller would put his nose to the grindstone to smell.
Ah.
That's the reason.
Gosh.
Yes.
That's great.
And there's another piece of here as well. This is called a damsel. Now I haven't a turning at the moment. It's turning there. When that should be turning, it's rough here. It should be hitting off this edge here, making the noise. And that's why they call it a damsel, because it makes noise.
Sexist, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Ligum vitae was the lubricant that was used between the stones. That is a self-lubricating wood, so it will keep the stone moving smoothly. You couldn't use your 3-in-1 oil or anything like that, because you had food might touch it.
And would they rub some of that on the stone, or would they put it?
No, this was a wedge that was put down beside the stone nut. When the stone nut would be turning, it would warm up and to rub off that, so you didn't have to be oiling. Thinking back on it now, I would have been better off to just open it up and run B&B, Airbnb or something from it. Would have got more.
Really?
Yeah. More. There would be
if
more
you put some beds in it?
Put some beds in it and run Airbnb. I'd get more money in.
Rather than keeping it as a working meal?
Keeping it as a working meal.